Hey everybody, I pushed the button today.
She did.
Yeah. We're up on our rooftop deck. You might have seen a couple videos up here before.
Yeah. And even though it's February, as you can tell, end of February, it's like, feels like about 70 degrees out here. That's Colorado, but we don't want anybody to know how good our state is.
They already know.
Right.
Yeah. So we're making our fifth.
I don't know. It's been a lot of feedback on these Nothing is Free videos.
Yeah, our fifth video on Nothing's Free.
Yep.
And today we are going to
My eyes are going to start watering. It's bright out here because the sun is still at an angle.
Because the sun's always out in Colorado, and when it's not, we're all grouchy.
Right.
The topic is...
Yeah, well, nothing is free still. The topic today is a tough one, and I'm going to throw it out there. As you guys know, I'm not willing to hide behind something. This one is something that people have been talking about a lot, and there's a lot of confusion about when a agency, or I should say a facility, cancels a shift, or a lot of conversations about if I'm working in the OR, the PACU, and it's closed, for that day, how come what people are asking is, why is my per diem shortened, which shouldn't be the case, by the way. Yeah, lessened. There's some confusion. Again, if you have any confusion about this, go back to our understanding your rates or understanding your pay package.
Video 2?
Number two.
Number 2.
Really clearly watch this. There is per diem, which is the tax-free portion of your hourly rate, which should not fluctuate. It's based upon how many days you're at the assignment, not how many days you work. So a company should not be reducing your tax-free portion of your weekly pay. It just means it's going to be a bigger percentage if you're only working 32 hours as opposed to 40. But that number should, again, be a fixed number. So you shouldn't be getting reduced no matter what company you work for. But people are also confusing the housing stipend because so many agencies out there lump them both into one, which we've already said we think is a big mistake. Now this one's a little more complicated because nurses will complain, or travel complain, that if I only work 32 hours, how come my housing is reduced? Again, your per diem tax-free portion should never be reduced. The only thing that should be reduced is the hourly portion from working that is taxable because you're working less hours.
Right.
So getting back to the housing scenario, again, as you guys have known many times, we've talked about two secret numbers. 468, which is the total number of hours that you're working if you're working a 36-hour work week, or 520 if you're scheduled to work a 40-hour work week. Now, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm going to say this right now, so don't judge companies, but I'll walk you through what you should understand, and that is that everything should be talked to you about this situation up front. If you're, we're coming up, it's February, we're going to have Memorial Day here in a few months. I can't get here quick enough. Well, I don't
know, it's pretty nice today.
It is nice. So there's going to be a lot of operating rooms, a lot of PACUs that aren't going to be open on Memorial Day. You should know this up front. If an agency like ours or other companies out there are basing your hourly rate on that, let's take an OR example, because we always use the other one. Let's take that 520 hours.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, you're going to get 512 hours instead. Then that's 8 hours less billing, which means that the company based your hourly rate on an assumption. If it's less, and here's the key, guys, most facilities don't let us bill for those 8 hours. So again, no right or wrong answer. You can, if your company doesn't pay for those hours, you ought to have a very transparent company that has a really nice high pay rate. If your company does pay for their hours, the first thing I would ask is, where's that money coming from? Because we can't bill for those 8 hours. So my guess is, and again, I want you to hear me, read between the lines, that there's some extra money out there that other companies that are billing the high, or I should say the low margins aren't giving you. So just understand what you're walking into. You should ask these questions. And if your recruiter either doesn't know the answer or can't tell you or him-haws around, get away from that company, because understanding and transparency starts with good communication. And if you understand what you're going into on assignment before it starts, then there shouldn't be any questions. You should know fully that, hey, I may not be getting paid for that 8 hours on Memorial Day, but those 8 hours I'm making more than up for by the amount of high pay rate I've gotten. Or I'm going to get paid for those hours, and it kind of offsets because I've got a little slightly lower rate, but I'm with a great company. Whatever the answer is, understand and talk about it with your recruiter.
Yeah.
Well, I really went off on that, didn't I?
And I want you to admit that I let you.
Yeah, she did. There wasn't any talking over that one.
Right.
I hope that makes sense. But again, the confusion is there's a difference between per diem and a tax-free housing stipend. They should never be linked, so you should never get penalized for both. if you're not working those. And if you have a company that does, you got to get away from it and say, I don't want to work for a company that I'm getting, you know, both a housing stipend, which I may or may not understand that would make sense I'm not getting because I'm not working, but I certainly shouldn't be being reduced the tax-free portion of my hourly rate, because once again, guys, hourly rate has nothing to do with the tax-free portion that you're working at a facility. It's not the way the government designed it. So go back and look at some of our other videos. And I just want to thank you guys for all the feedback. You guys are really making us work and think. Again, you can call us anytime you'd like to. We're going to be doing a couple of live streaming videos where it's, you know, AMA. We say, ask me anything, or she said, ask Mark anything. We're going to do those about once a month. So
Mark's Minute.
And nothing is off limits, as you guys know with our company. It never is, and that's the transparency that we offer. So thanks for today. Did I do that right? Any questions? Did it make sense to you?
Yeah.
You hear it every day.
I do.
Anyway, please comment below, and hopefully, you know, try not to nitpick. Just hopefully the gist of it is that you understand that communication with your agency and through your recruiter is the utmost importance on any questions like this you have. Know the answer. It reduces conflict and problems when the situation arises.
Yep.
Have a warm, sunny day, everybody.
Yeah, now we have to go in.
I know. Let's go inside and get back to work.
No, let's sit out here some more. Bye, guys.